Okay. Hello. Okay. Now we're talking about events. I'll probably pause every time. Okay, well, sorry, I came up with a mouth breather. What is this one? Okay. Events. I think this is actually part 2 for this book, but for right now you're going to see me read books that I don't want to keep anymore. Okay. Major events at universities: rapper birthdays, Christmas, New Year's Eve, a bonfire night where battles have inspired some great poems from Clement Clarke's Moses Vivid, The Night Before Christmas, and the joys a birthday of Christmas rose to the battlefield. Rigors John McGrew, Flanders Fields, and the heartwarming words of Alda Lane saying the poems in this section provide insights to many specific dates in the calendar. The night before Christmas. Twas the night before Christmas. Went all over the house. Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon will be there. The children were nestled all snug in beds, while the visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama and her with her handkerchief and I'm in my cap, had just settled out our brains for a long winter's nap. When out the lawn there arose, Cheshire Cat eyes sprang from bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window, I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. Dimming on the breast of the new and fallen snow, gave the lustre of midway to objects below. When what my wondering eyes should appear, but a miniature sleigh and eight tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than the eagle his curse they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle moment the sky, so up the housetop the currents flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew my head and I was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had planted on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkle, his temples how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his lips like a cherry. His nose. His nose looks like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn by a little bow. And the beard of all the children was as white as the snow. The stump of the pipe they held to the right in his teeth. Oh. And the smoke encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, right an old jelly old elf, and laughed when I saw him in a spite of myself. A wink of the eyes and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke no word, but went straight to work and filled all the stockings in turn with a jerk, and laying his fingers aside of his nose and gave me a nod up by the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh to his team, gave a whistle, and away they all flew like down off a thistle. But I heard him exclaim where he drove out of the sight. Happy Christmas to all, and all a good night. Birthday. My heart is like a singing bird, whose nest is whatever water shout. My heart is like an apple tree, whose sprots are bent with thickest fruit. My heart is like a rainbow shell that paddles in Halcyon Sea. My heart's gladder than all of these, because my love has come to me. Raise me as a days of silk and down, hang it with fair and purple dyes, carve it in doves and pomegranates and peacocks of 100 eyes. Work in the gold and silver grapes, and leaves and silver florless delays. Because the birthday of my life is come, my love, come to me. Hot crust buns, hot crust buns, hot crust buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny. Hot crust buns, hot crust buns, hot crust buns. If you have no daughters, give them to your sons. Easter poem. Hark, how the children shrill and high. Hosanna, I cry. The joys provoke the distant sky, where thrones and seraphs reply, and their own angels shine and sing in a bright ring. Such young, sweet mirth makes between and earth, joy in a joyful symphony. Tough words. The America flag. When freedom from her mountain bright unflared her standard to the air, she tore the robe of the night and set the stars a gory there. She mingled with his glorious dyes the middle brown trick of the skies. Then from his mansion in the sun, she called her eagle bear down and gave into mighty hand the symbol of her chosen land. Making jack-o'-lanterns. Just take a gold pumpkin, quite the largest size, cut all around the center, just scrape out the inside bullet, and cut 2 holes for eyes, and now fix the nose beneath. And such a great big mouth with teeth, and if you a jack-o'-lantern, then I fix a tallow candle, just big enough to light, and when it flickers, see him blink. And when it flares up, see him wink, and smile so broad and bright. This is the joyous sort of fellow, with a cheery face so round and yellow. This is a funny jack-o'-lantern. I'm an inventor. lighting for Halloween, or when I don't know what, from the gulls and ghosties. Don't know if I'm saying those. Just saying those, right? If you know this poem, I have bad pronunciation. For ghoulies and ghosties, long. I'm laughing because I don't know how to say it. Long, ledgy beasties and things that go bump in the night. Good Lord, deliver us. I sing of brooks. I seen brooks of blossom, birds and flowers of April, May, or June, and July flowers. I seen of the May pools, hot cars, weasels, or wassels. I think it's wassels. Wakes of the bridge or groom, bridegrooms, brides, and all the bridal cakes. Oh, tough words. In the flowers fields, the poppies blow between the crosses row on row that mark out the place and sky. The larks were burly, seeing fly, scared her amid the guns below. We are dead, short days ago. Ela felt down its sunset glow. Love and rare love, and now we lie in flowers fields, take up our quarrel with the foe. To you and from the falling hands you throw, the torch be yours to hold and hide. If we break with us who die, we shall not sleep though poppies grow in Flanders fields. A maypole. To prive of the root and branch and rind, yet flowers I bear every kind, and such in my prophet power, they bloom in less than a half an hour. Yet standers by the planting sea, take on no nourish from me, my head with goodness goes around, and yet I firmly stand my ground, and all over I naked I am seen, and painted like an Indian queen, no couple beggar in the land. Every join such as numbers hand in hand. I join them, fairly with a ring, nor can our parson blame the thing. And though no man's words are spoke, they part not till the rain is broke. Yet, heartbreak bandits cry, I'm but an idle raised on high, and once a weaver town, and them in Gorman knocked me down. I am a prisoner 20 years, and then a joyful clever years. Today, their old post restored all free. I mean the church, the king, and me. 'Twas the night before Christmas. Not Thanksgiving. Sorry, we already did the night before Christmas. 'Twas the night of Thanksgiving, but I just couldn't sleep. I tried counting backwards. I tried to count sheep. The leftovers back beyond the dark meat and white. But I fought the temptation with all my might, tossing and turning with anticipation. The thought of a snack became inflammation. So I raced to the kitchen, flung open the door, and gazed at the fridge for all the goodies galore. I gobbled up turkey and buttered potatoes, pickles and carrots, beans and tomatoes. I felt myself swelling so plump and so round, till all of a sudden I rose off the ground. I crashed through the ceiling, floating in the sky, with a mouthful of pudding and a handful of pie. But I managed to yell as I soared past the trees, happy eating all past the cranberries, please. Hurrahing in the harvest. Summer ends now. Now Barbulas and the beauties of Sakurais. Around, up above, white walks. What lovely behavior of the sack clouds has wilder, willful weaver. Meal drift molted ever and melted across the skies. I looked up heart's eyes, down on the glory in the heavens to our Savior. And eyes, hearts, what lips you gave you. A rapturous lust grating all realer and rounder, replies. And the artist or his whirl-weeding shoulder, majestic as the stallion's stalwart, very ballad sweet. These fiends were here, but the beholder, wanting which two of them they once meet. The heart fires, wings, bold and bolder, and hurls for him, oh half hurls, for him all off under his feet. All the lane sang, old long ago. Should an old acquaintance be forgot, and never brought to mind? Should an old acquaintance be forgot, and days of the old lane sang? For old lane sang, my dear, for old lane sang. Well, we'll take a cup of kindness yet, for old lane sang. We too have run about the hills and pulled darters fine. We wander many a weary foot, since the oldest saying. We too have propelled in the burning steam. From morning sun to die, but sweet seas between the barred have rod, since old Elaine sang, and the be here's hand, my trusty friend. And put your hand in mine. We'll take a break good while walk drink. For old Elaine sang, and surely you lift up your glass, for surely I will lift up mine. I will drink a cup of kindness yet, for old Elaine sang. The oxen. Christmas Eve and the 12 o'clock. Now they're all on their knees, an elder said as we sat in the flock. By the embers and the hearthside ease, we picture the meek, mild creatures where they dwell in the straw pen. Nor did it occur to one of us there, no doubt they were kneeling them then. So far a fancy few would weave. In those years yet I feel, as someone on Christmas Eve, come seed, arch, and kneel. And the lonely bottom, my yonder comb, our child used to know. I should go with him in the gloom, hoping it might be so. Father said, walk a little slower, Daddy. She's a little child so small. I'm following in your footsteps, and I don't want to fall. Sometimes your steps are very fast, sometimes they are hard to see. So walk a little slower, Daddy, for you're leading me. Someone, when I'm all grown up, you're what I want to be. Then I will have a little child who wants to follow me. I would want to lead just right. And now that I was true. So a little slower, Daddy, for must I follow you? Parted. Farewell to one now silence quite, set out of hearing, out the sight. My friends of friends, who shall I miss? He is not banished for this, nor sadness, nor delight. Though I shall talk with him no more. A low voice sounds upon the shore. We must not watch my resting place, but we should drive a mournful face. From the sad winds about my door, I should not. But who shall drive a mournful face? I roam from the sad winds about my door. I should not hear the voice complain, but who shall stop the patient rain? His tears must not deserve my heart. But who shall change the years and part the real from art and thoughts of pain? Although my love is so dim, the morning crowns the mountain rim. Joy is not gone from summer skies, nor is it from children's eyes, and all these things are part of him. He is not finished for his showers, yet he walked the green warm of hours. Now the summer but be sweet, I shall not have him at tiny feet, and yet my feet on flowers. Roses are red. Roses are red, violets are blue, sugar is sweet, and so are you. Bonfire night. Remember, the 5th of November. Gunpowder treasons and blood. I see no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgotten. Okay. Tomorrow we're doing Distant Lands.